Say hello, Scylla. Scylla bub. Yeah, she's not bothered, is she? What I thought I'd do is I'd show you my workshop where I've been working for the last 30-40 years. Now this is interesting. I'll give you a guided tour of an old sewing machines workshop. So we start here. Some of my fantastic letters that I used to get, that's all gone now since email, and we'll swing round and here's some old banger sewing machines that I have for spares, and all my old bobbins. People don't realise that there's bobbins up there and bobbins up there. There's about 30-35 different kinds of bobbins available, and you've got to get the right one for the machine. And underneath there a few of my old favourite 99s and 201s, and I've got when I've got a spare moment I do up machines for sale on eBay and that, but that's been sitting there for years. And as I pull back, this is my favourite machine. This is the one that I use most of all. This is a Singer 206K, and I've added a little LED light on there so I can see better. But this is a heavy duty zigzag straight stitch machine. It's not an industrial, but it's the next best thing, and it doesn't take up, as you can see, it doesn't take up anywhere near as much room. And here I've got, back in the late 80s and 90s, I was a main agent for several. I used to sell sewing machines, a Swift Viscount and the Necky. So that's my agency certificates and my old Guild and Master Craftsman certificate sitting there forever. And as you go up here, these are all old bangers that I've done up when I get spare time. Look at this. This is absolutely amazing. It's sitting in here. It's been sitting up there for years. It's a beautiful hand crank 1890s Wilcox and Gibbs. And one day, if I'm still alive, I'll put it on eBay. Oh, and there, look, beautiful little Singer, I think model 24, absolutely stunning machine, ready to go. And look at this here, Singer 222K, the ultimate Singer featherweight. That's just been sitting there for years waiting for me to do it up. And look at this, look, 1873, just what's that, 5, 6, 7, 8 years after the American Civil War, just sitting there, ready one day I'll sell it. And little Elna Lotus, my favourite little Swiss sewing machine. But now we're going to span round. Oh, this is a funny one. I always tell people, I've got a Mercedes in my garage. Do you want to come and see it? And down there, I've got a German Mercedes sewing machine, not a Mercedes car. Oh, and there's a few of my old books. Have I got a story for you? I've still got a few of those stuck there for years. And as we swing round, we get to the main heart of the sewing engineer's workshop. So here we have all my tools displayed. This is a nice little feature. Now if you look at this, I've got my main tools, my small tools, underneath the bench, and as you can see, the little Singer scissors there, and everything I need. So I've got my tools above and all round and below the bench as well. That's a nice Unity cutting machine. That would take your fingers off. I've seen people take their fingers off with those over the years. We used to get it serviced by an old family, Lynn's, in Birmingham when I was a kid. Yeah, so here we go. These are different. Look at this. This is the cog graveyard, plastic cog graveyard. That's the needle graveyard. And what else have we got? Oh, underneath here we got the hook graveyard. Oh, and then behind here we got the needle plate graveyard. These are interesting. These are Mitchell's threads, and they polish the scratches out of needle plates, and I can only get those from America, and they cost me an absolute fortune. But this is my main workbench where I work. Very well lit. That's really, really important. And here are some of the oils. You've got some of the motors that I use and stuff like that, but silicone oil, Teflon oil, got normal grease, gun oil, copper grease. Copper grease is very useful for very worn gears. Put a bit of copper on them, keeps them going. Good old GT85. It's made by WD-40, but it's got PTFE, polytetrafluoroethylene in it, and then all the needles. Yeah, so that's it. So this is my workshop. Vacuum cleaner for sucking up all the muck before I clean the machines, before I get on to working on them. And that's it. An old sewing machine engineer's workshop. I'll just back off so you can see it in all its glory. And this is where I work most days when I'm not out on the road. repairing machines. I hope you enjoyed it. That's a trip through 40 odd years there. Oh, look at this. I just finished off with these American scissors. These were made in New York, again in the late Victorian period, and they cut better than any new pair of scissors that I've ever used. Absolutely amazing. Well, Zeiss, I thought I'd show you that. Bye for now.